massage. It's like you're breaking your arm. Daddy, why do you have things done?
Mine.
Now it's mine.
Finders keepers. Losers weepers.
Hey, give it back.
Good morning and welcome back. We're gonna be getting back to work on the shelf today. We're also cleaning out the last quail hutch. So join us, come along and stick around to see how our day goes down. All right, so we've got, we just about got a full shelf built yesterday. We had a lot of other stuff to do, moving stuff around. Just to be able to get to this point where we could start building took a good portion of the day, not to mention we had other stuff going on, like I've had other stuff going on today already. We had regular animal chores, a visit from the neighbor. We've got a bunch of research that I'm doing on stuff that we're doing that's coming up here. Trying to source materials and equipment that we're gonna need this year. I'm hoping that we can get this done today and then we can move on to other things, but this really needs to get done. This is crucial for the rest of our farm life and all. All right, we're gonna use these as supports for our shelves. So I'm actually gonna just put these off to the side. At the end of each support, we're putting these off to the sides. So I'm going to secure this to my board because here's the thing, it's gonna be with the strong side grain because I don't wanna just drill straight into the end grain here. I want to have something more solid to drill into, so we're actually going to go basically that's just going to give me a little more to drill into on both sides here. Alright then, I need you to come over here, help me. Solid as a rock. Well, almost. Solid as wood. Even more solid. All right, next up, I'm gonna put these clamps up here so I've got some sort of brace for my other board that's gonna come across. And that can just sit on top of that while I drill it into the other end. So one of the quirks with working with this rough cut lumber is sometimes you're not quite even, you're not quite level up here, so when you level it, the whole thing isn't actually level, so you gotta try it from different sides, and so now we're level. All right, so there's mainly one reason why it is so crucial to get these first two side, what do you call them? I'm just gonna call them side beams, correct me if I'm wrong. One really crucial reason that I need to get these side beams level, and that is because if I don't get that level, then this is not going to be level when I match it up at these corners. So that these are flush. I want these to be flush, and therefore those first two pieces, they need to be level so that this is then level. Let's check it out. If I got those lined up correctly, this is now going to be perfectly level. And it is almost perfectly level. Nope, that's flush. Okay, so it may just be the board because it's a rough cut lumber. It might just have a little bit of a warble. That's what I was looking for. That's the technical term. It might have a warble in it. I don't know what I'm doing really. I'm just using common sense and making words up as I go. So this isn't perfectly level, but these are. and they are at the exact same height over here and over here. So it also could be the building, if the building is a little bit off, because I guess I am starting from one point. I'm basing everything off from these, I suppose you just call them, these boards that run horizontally all the way around the building. If those are not level, this whole thing could be off, but they look level to me. I gotta just trust something. I can't go from nothing and create level out of nothing, so. We are almost 2/3 done. So I'm gonna put a shelf. I'm gonna actually put the shelf plywood right here. I'm not gonna put one up here, but that's gonna give me something to stand on then so that I can reach up to the next shelf and work on the bracing, the beams for that. It's turning out to be really sturdy. It's only gonna get stronger the higher up I build. I mean, this thing is gonna be married to the building, so, and this building is ridiculously solid. Yeah, so now we just gotta lay a shelf here. So I'm gonna have to cut a shelf, and then we can get to working on the third shelf up there. Made it flush over here. Oh, I know where I can go. There we go. Almost. There. Okay, I just gotta push it in, and I gotta screw it down.
Okay, let's sit welders.
All right, use your immense weight to hold it down for me.
Okay.
Well, there we go. One shelf built. And that thing is as sturdy as this building. Man, I was up there shaking it. Doesn't feel shaky at all. Like, it feels solid. It feels solid as a rock. Well, this was definitely a project to get done while it's nice and cool out, before you just want to wear shorts. It'd be really nice if I could get all my building projects done while it's around 60 degrees, 60-degree weather or cooler. So that is one shelf built, and I want to build on to the other side of it here and build out another 8 feet. Should have enough for 3 more shelves, 8 feet long, and that way I'll be leaving myself with enough boards that I can still build another A-frame for the hogs. We have 2 A-frames right now. One is being used by the ducks. When Mama Sow's given birth, when she has given birth, we're gonna wanna keep the boar out of there. We're not gonna want Floki or Bjorn in there with their mates, because those boars are just not as, they're not as careful around the piglets. They don't have those mothering instincts like the sows will. All right, so when we separate out the boars from the sows, they're gonna need their own A-frame. So I'm gonna need to make sure that I build another A-frame. Our sheep are very upset because they're on a diet. They're not too happy about it, but they're eating us out of home and hearth. Hey there, buddy. You want to go back out to pasture, don't you? So, they gotta stay in here until pasture is established and we get a fence installed. But before we can start working on the fence, I gotta finish getting these ash trees cut down. So the sheep eat too much if I just free feed them. So we've had to restrict their diets a little bit. They're still getting the proper amount of nutrition, but because they're kind of locked up in here until the pasture's ready, they get bored, and so they will just sit here and eat and eat and eat, and they'll eat way more than they need, and that is, you know, I fell for it at first. I thought, they need more feed. Then I went through about 3 months worth of feed, about a month and a half. So